Hundreds of people filled the space outside Marvin Methodist Church in Tyler today. Together, on foot and in unity, the crowd walked as they honored the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. KLTV's April Peardon shares with you how community members from all walks of life walked the path Dr. King paved.
We do it every year.
Hundreds of people gathered at Marvin Methodist Church in Tyler.
As a way to commemorate and honor Dr. Martin Luther King.
With 40 years of doing so, those in the crowd are some regulars, like Nikisha Allen.
I remember doing this from a child growing up here in Tyler, Texas.
And others,
we're so glad that you joined.
Like Flory and Jeff Wallace.
This is our first Martin Luther King walk to do together.
On foot. They walked. On foot. They recognized the one that is still remembered today.
We continue to strive and walk out the dream in which Martin Luther King laid the foundation for us to participate in.
Reverend Brian Leitner says sharing his legacy to the next generation is vital.
It's important to share with the youth our history, all that we've gone through to get here.
For Bishop Nicholas McGrew from Bethlehem First Baptist Church in Tyler, he says he was exposed to Martin Luther King's speech at the age of 12.
My neighbor, she and her husband mentored me and took the time and challenged me to learn the Martin Luther King speech for memorization.
Inside the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, where many gathered after the march to join a program dedicated to Dr. King, McGrew shared that speech from memory again.
I still have a dream.
The legacy must continue on.
For many, like Leitner, believe the battle is not over yet.
We keep on striving, we keep on marching, and we keep on moving forward, and that's what it's all about.
April Peardon, KLTV 7 News.
It has been 40 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was first officially observed as a federal holiday. President Ronald Reagan signed the bill into law November of 1983. It went into effect in 1986.